Meditation has the highest ROI in my business. Most business advice nowadays is just work harder, no matter what the consequences are. And I think there really are people that can do that, but I personally can't, and I don't think most people can. The best and only solution I've found so far is consistent meditation. To emphasize how good the benefits are for me and how I think they could be for you, I'm gonna go through 2 days. One with no meditation and one work day with 4 meditation sessions. And it ends up being almost double the amount of work output. Here's the day with no meditation. I wake up at 6:30 a.m., do a good workout from 7 to 8, and start work pretty highly motivated and ready to kick ass for the day. I work from 8:30 until noon with 100% work output, but during the day I get more and more emails, more and more things happen that I don't want to happen, my stress levels build, and I reach noon with pretty much no dopamine and not a lot of motivation for the rest of the day. At this point, I'm at a total of 3.5 hours of total work output, and because I've had so much stress and I'm so low on dopamine, my brain is craving a dopamine dump. For me, this is normally going downstairs out of my office, stuffing my face with snacks, maybe scrolling on my phone a little bit to get a quick hit of dopamine. And at this point, it's normally 12:30, and so I think I might as well take another lunch, continue this break, that way I don't need to take a break again. So this continues until around 1 p.m., still at a total of 3.5 hours of total work output, and at this point I'm normally able to will myself back to work purely from discipline. I don't have any more motivation at this point, but I know I need to work. I now work from around 1 until 6 p.m., but because of the brain dump, I have brain fog, I'm not very focused, I'm not very creative, but I know I have to work. So these 5 hours are not nearly 100% work output because of the dopamine dump. So while I'm working, I'm checking my phone way more often, I'm getting distracted more, I'm finding excuses to go to the bathroom more, I'm getting hungry more, taking a snack, all these things, and it's because I have very low dopamine and motivation at this point. And so I would guess that my work output during these 5 hours is around 60%. So it's 6 p.m. and I'm at a total of 6.5 hours of actual work output. At this point, I still have very little motivation, but I still worked most of the day, and it's very easy to justify being done for the day. So the next couple of hours, I try to relax, watch YouTube, scroll a little bit, finish off the day with a TV show, and end up laying in bed around 10. But I feel a little bit guilty from quitting early. The things that were stressing me out earlier in the day haven't been resolved. So I have 2 hours of not actually sleeping and having stressful tossing and turning, and I end up falling asleep around noon. Still with a total of 6.5 hours of total work output, and then I wake up at 6:30 a.m. the next day, and so I got a total of 6.5 hours of sleep, but it's poor quality sleep. Now let's look at the day where I actually do meditate throughout the day. So again, I wake up at 6:30, work out from 7 to 8, same exact thing, but instead of starting work at 8:30, I do a success/manifestation meditation. Puts me at about 8:45, and now I'm energized, creative, clear, thinking very positive, very excited, and I work till around noon. And so at this point I'm at 3 hours and 15 minutes of total work output. I'm still very full of motivation, still full of dopamine, all because of the 10-minute meditation that I did earlier on in the morning. So at 12, rather than doing a dopamine dump, I'll normally eat a shroom bar, eat a healthy little snack, and then start my second meditation at 12:30. This one resets, makes sure that I don't get stressed out. It makes it so that I keep thinking big, don't have any negative thoughts go in. I go into my second work session wanting to take over the world and believing that I can. And I'll normally start this session at around 1 p.m. I'm now able to work in a creative flow state from 1 till around 7 with no distractions, no getting up and getting snacks, no excuses to leave. I'm thinking big, I'm not forcing myself to work. I can actually think creatively, think big, no doubts, none of that. That gets me to around 7. At this point, I'm not stressed, but I am a little bit tired, so I'll eat a quick dinner and do another meditation. This meditation is kind of just to reset, get a little bit of energy to push through till the end of the day. Then I enter my last work session around 7:30, and again, I'm focused, I'm creative. At this point of the day, I don't really have to grind anymore. I'm able to just brainstorm and think about the future, and I'm able to do this till around 9 p.m. This session was 100% work output, and it gets me to a total of 10 hours and 45 minutes of total work output for the day. Whereas the session with no meditation was only 6.5 hours of work output. So at this point, I'm able to watch a show with no guilt, relax with my girlfriend, and this gets to me to around 10 p.m. I'll normally do one last meditation to help relax, fall asleep. I end up laying in bed around 10:30, and I actually fall asleep instantly because I'm not filled with stress. I'm not filled with anxiety. I'm proud of myself for the day. And again, I wake up at 6:30 the next day, so I get a total of 8 hours of good quality sleep. Obviously, everything in business compounds. So if rather than just looking at one day, you stretch 5 years of meditating versus 5 years of not meditating, at least for me, it can be the difference between me being wildly successful and completely failing. And the crazy part about this ROI is this is only with around 45 minutes to an hour of total meditation for the day. And it is just the highest ROI that I can get. There's no action that can even come close to this sort of return on investment. All these numbers are obviously hypothetical, but I really do think meditation can work for everyone. I think it'll have a benefit for everyone. Even if you are one of those people that can wake up and grind 14 hours a day, you might get better work output when you're meditating because you'll be clear, focused, thinking big. You won't be having doubts. You won't be having uncertainties, that sort of thing. And last thing I want to mention, the business that I've been grinding on is Shroom Bar, which is a protein bar that has mushroom adaptogens in it. So if you want to support me, go try it out. Or if you just want a little boost in your productivity, each bar's got lion's mane, cordyceps, increase your focus, increase your energy, and I think you'll like the taste a lot. Cheers. Thanks.